Well everyone, we're doing another school run, and it's really hard to time all the schools at once, so I'm starting at the other end this time and going, and so I'm starting at around exactly 3 o'clock actually. Hopefully we can catch Spotswood Primary coming out. Well, that was interesting. I did it 1.5 lengths. I didn't have time to go back and do another length, but yeah, I did 1.5, and once again it looks like the majority are on the footpath. If you want to go through again, because I should have mentioned this at the start but I didn't know, I only count the bikes on the other side of the road. I didn't know whether to count the bikes that are actually going the same direction. I didn't know, because I only count the cars that are going one way. So if a bike is on the wrong side of the road, in the cycle lane or the footpath, I still count them. So the reality is, if I didn't count those, the numbers would be way out and way lower on a cyclist. But no, I thought I'd count those too. If you want to go through and do a head count, you'll notice I don't count a couple because they're on the wrong side, and when I stopped at the lights they caught up, so I'm not going to count the same bike twice. But that's another thing, there are a lot of kids. Maybe if we have bikes on a footpath, they must only bike one way on the footpath, so keep left. So like I say, you shouldn't have two-way on the footpath, but that's going to cause accidents. So yeah, I think if you're heading into town, you should be on the seaside, and if you're heading out of town, you should be on the land side, and not the wrong way, heading down the wrong way. That would create a lot less crashes as well from people driving out of their footpath and not looking both ways. So yeah, just a thought. But have a look at all the kids, because I don't count, once again, the bikes on my side of the road. Just have a look at how many are on there and how many are on the footpath. There's quite a lot actually, and I haven't counted those. So go through. I might even actually count them if I've got time, so I'll put it up here. So I'll actually count the other side as well and add that, but I won't put that in the final numbers, but I will put it right after this. So there you go. Like I say, there's a lot of people on footpaths where they should be on the cycleways. So that's something we need to consider as well.